Hey, Boss Moms! If you're watching this video, let it be your Monday reminder not to take things personally because it's not everything about you, okay? So, not everything is about you. I know it sounds harsh and unlikely, but I want to reiterate that not everything is about you. The things that people do, say, reflect their beliefs, their personalities and values, not yours, okay? So when they say something against you, when they reject your proposal, when they lashes out on you or ghost you, remember that it's not about you. Okay? Now, when you recognize this simple truth, you will not waste time and energy on situations or people who have very little or nothing to do with you. Plus, you have more control over the way you feel, over the way you think, and over the way you act. Okay? Now just imagine all the drama that could have been avoided when we don't take things personally. Okay, now, so your proposal got rejected. Now, maybe the client is looking for someone with a different skill set from yours, or maybe they already feel the role. Now, always remember, the clients have all the right to choose the freelancer they want to work with in the same manner that we have our ideal clients, right? That's the reason why we always tell you to identify your ideal client or your client avatar because these are the clients that we want to work with, okay? Of course, as business owners, they look for someone that suits the bill, that suits their personality, that suits their values. In the same way with us, right? We also look for someone who suits our personality and aligns with our values. And that is their prerogative as a management, as a company. And you should understand that because you are a business owner yourself, right? Okay, now number two, what if you have not heard back at all from the client after sending your proposal or maybe after the discovery call? Okay, in an ideal world, hiring managers, recruiters, or even clients should update you about the status of your interview or your discovery call. But there will be a lot of times that you will not hear back from them. You know why? Because as much as they want to update you, it's not just possible. Okay? Because time is always of the essence. In the business world, clients or hiring managers, they receive tons of proposals and they don't have the capacity to respond to every person vying for the position. So even if they wanted to maybe reply or send a polite message that we're moving to another freelancer or we chose another a different freelancer, it's not just possible because there's just a lot of things going on in their plate and the capacity to respond to everyone is just impossible. So if you get feedback, well and good, but if not, the best thing to do is move on. While we always want the best for every proposal we send across, don't be too invested in it. We are entrepreneurs. Remember that. We are business owners. So we should be able to handle and deal with multiple clients, and that will be impossible if we waste all our energy on the ones we don't hear back from. Okay? All right. Now, what if the client changed a part of your output in ways you do not like? Okay. Now, maybe there have been last minute changes, or if they find a way to better use your output, just don't take things personally. After all, delivered outputs no longer belong to you, but to the client. So, in the freelancing business, do not let things get to you. Easier said than done, right? I know. Now, let's talk about the signs that you are letting things get to you so we can nip it in the bud. Number one, when you get easily offended and take offense by one little opinion that's different from you. Number two, when you can't help but respond at the heat of the moment. Number three, when you try to be right just to make the other person wrong. Number four, when you unnecessarily defend yourself, explain yourself, your beliefs, and your stance. Now, what do you do when you catch yourself taking things too personally? Okay, for me, I would encourage you to stop worrying about what other people think about you because it's beyond your control. Remember, no matter what we do, we cannot please everyone. In the same token that you don't like everyone too, right? And you also have an opinion of others as well. Now, I always say if there is something you should not give up, it's your control and self identity. Now, by giving it to other people's perception of you, we're giving them our power. You are giving them power and forget who you really are. Okay? Number two, know your worth at all times. Okay? Know your value always. Now, instead of getting caught up with how people think about you, focus on your value, focus on your skills, focus on your growth, your development, your progress. Okay? Whether you have all the reason to be hurt or to be offended, yes, be hurt if you must, but do not get things to you. Do not nurse the rejection because the more you nurse it, it's like poison that will paralyze you. Okay? Number three, do not jump to conclusions. Now, most of the time, our frustrations come from assuming so much, even when we know nothing about the situation. Now, focus on the facts, and when we're at a loss, we can and try to ask for a clarification, which can go a long way. However, don't expect every person to give you an explanation because clients, like what I said, are very busy. Okay? They're too busy. And number two, sometimes people are naturally scared of confrontation, or people naturally avoid confrontation. Now, in such a case, put yourself in their shoes, then proceed to the next tip. Number four, let things go and move on. Now, you're going to choose your battles, okay? We always say it here, choose your battles. Now, ask yourself, is it worth my time? Is it worth my energy? Is it worth my attention? Now, if not, you might want to divert your attention and time to something much more important, more productive, and more meaningful, like honing your skills and marketing your services. Now, finally, remember that it's not about you. And granting that it's about you, you can't continue to blame what happened. Instead, move on and learn from it. Focus on the learning, not on the person. All right, there you go, moms. I hope you find this Monday reminder helpful. That's all for now. Much love and have a great week ahead.